Kensington, Royal, Valspar Optimus, and Valspar Aspire.
Ace is a place to help the hardware folks.
There once was a hungry road that ate up tires, wearing down the tread and wearing out safety, leaving worried drivers with no choice but to buy new ones. Then along came the Michelin Man who proved the right tire changes everything, putting those drivers back on the road with safety that lasts. Find the right tire for you at MichelinMan.com. Michelin, a better way forward.
Well, when it comes to weather, we're dealing with a tale of two Labor Days. In the West, hot and dry conditions for cities including San Francisco and Las Vegas. In the East, hot, humid, and stormy in New York City, Atlanta, and even other cities. All right, so get that forecast now. For those of you who have big plans this weekend, maybe going to some of the lakes, maybe going to some of the parks in the West. The good news is it's going to be dry when you're underneath this ridge like we are. We've got some moisture coming through, maybe some clouds, but it is dry. To the north, though, in the dip in the jet stream, the next storm system coming in the Pacific Northwest will bring the threat for some rainfall. So in Seattle, expect showers, temperatures in the 60s, while in Los Angeles and Phoenix, we're going to be hot and dry. Tomorrow's forecast, not much change across the Southwest. A much better day for those of you in Seattle. And Labor Day, it'll be 72 with partly cloudy skies here. Phoenix 107, Denver, sunshine returning at 77 degrees. This is the best day in the Northeast to do anything, really. Boston, New York, D.C., low humidity, temperatures very pleasant. Tomorrow, humidity comes up. Temperatures come up. Look at these 80s and look at these upper 80s to low 90s even coming in on Labor Day. So plenty of storms to go with that. So that'll be a problem for those of us who have plans to the beaches, who have plans to grill. Today, again, the best day if you have to choose. I mean, don't cancel plans because of this forecast, but if you have to pick which day is better, that is the best day for sure. The South, increasing clouds and moisture in Atlanta means maybe a chance of a thunderstorm coming in later on today. The Gulf Coast getting inundated with heavy rain. That'll be the case over the next couple of days. So those of you at the beaches, watch out for these storms every day this weekend and maybe some very heavy rain as well. All right, guys, it's that time of the year, though. College football is here to stay for the next few months. So if you're headed to maybe tailgate this afternoon, what will the weather bring? We're going to check in with Kate Parker, who's been tailgating with the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Hey, Kate.
Yeah, not just the Yellow Jackets, but also the Woodford Terriers.
Woo!
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Kim, we finally got it right. I tell you what. We finally are sitting down in the shade. We've got this beautiful tent from the tailgate guys.
Yes, ma'am.
And we actually even have a TV that we're watching behind us, or like behind the camera. So if you're going to tailgate, I would say this is the way to do it. This is pretty cool. Okay, so I want to go ahead and talk to you guys because Georgia Tech just scored. How are you feeling?
I'm not feeling great, but you know what? I'm optimistic about the second half for sure. We're going to definitely bring it big time.
How are you feeling with this heat? I mean, it's a little hot.
Come on now. It's like summertime in the South. It ain't nothing. We can handle this.
You can handle this?
Absolutely.
Are you guys staying hydrated with water?
I can't say that, but we're definitely staying hydrated.
Okay, well, let's get some water in you because we don't want to overheat, right?
You're the boss.
That's
Absolutely.
the best. That's the tip that we want to do for today.
Absolutely.
Obviously, we have a lot of different games that are going on. Some of them are going to be really cool. Some of them are going to be really hot, though. So this is just one of many games that we have going on. We've got the Alabama game, West Virginia. Who do you have?
Ooh, I definitely got West Virginia for sure. ACC, baby. No way on the SEC, all right?
You know, I have the Heat as winning today.
I can't
Not
do
the
it.
Miami Heat, though.
Can't do it. I'm
Just
sorry.
the actual weather Heat because we're the Weather Channel.
Oh, well, hey, absolutely.
Right.
There you go.
So we've got the Heat winning today, and we also have maybe some thunderstorms, but not here. How about Houston?
Thank God.
We've got a big game going on there.
Who's playing over in Houston?
I forgot. I'm going to be real honest with you right now. We've got in Arlington, Texas, though, it's going to be hot. That's Florida State, and they are playing against Oklahoma State Cowboys.
Let's get the chop going.
You got Florida State.
Florida
you got
State
the Noles.
all the way.
Okay.
Absolutely.
There we
Go
go.
Noles.
Okay, so we got a lot of games. We've got a lot of different forecasts going on. We're going to keep you updated on those right here on the Weather Channel. Back to you guys.
All right, Kate, thanks so much. And she did a great job this morning. Thanks for all that hard work and all the tailgating this morning around Georgia Tech. Kate, we appreciate it. Go get yourself a cold beverage. I'm sure they've got one for you. All right, 50 past the hour. Time for a tropical update next.
When your house loses power, it can be tough for your family. But not if your family has a Kohler generator. Restores power automatically in as little as 10 seconds and is backed by a 5-year limited warranty. Kohler generators. Keep your family flowing.
When the power goes out, you'll go on. Contact your Kohler Generators dealer today.
When your favorite food starts a fight, fight back fast with Tums. Relief that neutralizes acid on contact and goes to work in seconds. Try great tasting Tums Chewy Delights. Yummy.
I'm Creek Stewart, Weather Channel survival expert. Every Sunday night, we're taking 3 regular guys deep into the woods.
Are you serious?
Where we'll teach them not just to survive,
make fire,
but how to truly live.
Look at this caveman. Show yourself what you're made of on Weather Channel Survival Sundays. At 9, it's So You Think You'd Survive. Then at 10, Fat Guys in the Woods. Tomorrow night on the Weather Channel. Are you ready?
Off the couch, into the weather.
Currently in our area, 88 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, variable clouds with scattered thunderstorms. High 89. Chance of rain 60%. Tonight, thunderstorms early. Low 80. Chance of rain 80%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Want proof that Pantene makes your hair healthier all the way to the end? Put Pantene to the test. Watch. When hair loses protein, it splits and fails the needle test. But with Pantene, the Advanced Pro-V formula helps prevent protein loss and stop split ends before they start. So your hair passes the test with ease. Put Pantene to the test. For hair so healthy, you shine.
Beat the heat by reviving fried hair. Get your daily haircast at PanteneWeather.com.
Under the roof of a home or business, damage can happen. When it does, turn to the specialists who put help in the palm of your hand. The Ready app and emergency response plans from 1-800-SERVPRO, like it never even happened.
What if there was a credit card where the reward was that new car smell and the freedom of the open road? A card that gave you that I'm 16 and just got my first car feeling. Presenting the Buy Power card from Capital One. Redeem earnings toward part or even all of a new Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, or Cadillac with no limits. So every time you use it, you're not just shopping for goods. You're shopping for something great. Learn more at buypowercard.com.
Need new tires? Right now at Pep Boys, when you buy 3 tires, you get the 4th tire free. Instantly. Plus, get up to $70 off select Cooper tires. Trust the boys to get you there.
Get up and go. Enjoy every minute of playtime and fun. For 4 days only at PetSmart, save 50% on hundreds of items, like dog treats, rawhide, and select Martha Stewart Pets products. PetSmart.
You're here to buy a car. What would help is simply being able to recognize a fair price. That's never really been possible. But along comes a radically new way to buy a car called TrueCar. And now it is. TrueCar has pricing data on every make and model. So all you have to do is search for the car you want. There it is. Now you're an expert in less than a minute. This is how car buying was always meant to be. This is TrueCar.
If I were to define the word foodie, I would say it's someone who has great passion and love for food. Cooking is very social. Cooking is very joyful, and I think that needs to be shared with the people that you care most about. One of the biggest reasons that our QVC foodies connect with me is that I meet them where they live. I'm not a chef. I'm a home cook just like they are. And each and every show we're learning together and we're sharing our passion for wonderful food. And I think that's why our relationship is so strong. I'm David Venable, QVC's resident foodie.
There's no obligation, so call toll-free at 1-800-822-0400.
Starting tomorrow, the Weather Channel brings you a full week all about surviving the worst. Oh my God! Survival Week on the Weather Channel, starting tomorrow.
Hey, what are you doing this Labor Day weekend? And is the weather cooperating? Send a picture to our Facebook page, #YourWeather. Now, this stunning shot was taken in Margate, New York, or New Jersey, by Michelle McKenya Conboy. And look at that absolutely gorgeous picture. You just want to be sitting out there, maybe doing some yoga. I mean, something. I'll tell you, a beautiful, beautiful picture. It's time now for your tropical update, though. The National Hurricane Center has designated a new invest area in the Caribbean. Dr. Greg Postel is tracking it. And Dr. Postel, any thoughts on this? Anything to worry about?
I wouldn't say worry about. We'll keep an eye on it, obviously, very closely as it moves into, we think, parts of the Gulf of Mexico, maybe by the middle of next week, to the same area that's getting a lot of rain, tropical rain right now. Let's look at the map, and I can show you. This has been the big story all day, guys. Really, a ton of tropical juice moves northward. This is loosely associated with what was once Invest 98L, kind of a broad area of low pressure in the Western Gulf, that the circulation around it has kind of morphed into something else, but still we're bringing up a lot of juice and a lot of moisture, a lot of rain, thunderstorms. Places in southwest Louisiana, Lake Charles in particular, has picked up over 7 inches of rain, and our good research folks here have suggested that this is a once in a 20 to 25 year event. So this is a very big deal for southwestern Louisiana. We're getting radar estimates in the last 12 hours of over 8 inches of rain. So travel along I-10 and many of the other smaller roadways are going to be very hazardous today. We do have flash flood watches out for every county there and parish, outlined in green. And this is rain is going to continue for at least a few more hours, and the models suggest that by even 5:30 tonight. We're still going to be dealing with some rain across parts of Louisiana. Maybe western Louisiana, including Lake Charles, will have calmed down a bit. But we think that we'll get a substantial break overnight tonight, perhaps as the atmosphere stabilizes a little bit, cools down just enough to sort of limit the shower and thunderstorm activity. But there's a pretty decent chance at least it'll come back tomorrow to some extent, maybe not to the extent that we saw today, but a lot more juice is coming northward again. Humidity and thunderstorm activity will be working its way into the very same regions again tomorrow. Then after that, Kim, you were talking about the Invest, the new one, 99L. That's this one right here. That's right now in the Caribbean. Very unorganized right now, and the models generally don't do much with this, but still it's been given a 40% chance of turning into a depression or a name storm as it heads off in that direction. The problem is, whether or not it does develop or not, is that it will bring a lot of moisture back into play here, guys, again. So say middle or the end of next week, we could see some more tropical rains come into Texas and Louisiana in a place that's getting absolutely doused right now. Kim, back to you.
All right, not so good news. Thank you so much, Dr. Postel. Well, do your Labor Day plans include a trip to the State Fair? Well, a lot of good ones going on right now with lots of sinfully good food. Isn't that why we go? Well, here in Colorado, the State Fair, we've got some sunshine, maybe a few clouds rolling in on Sunday. I'll tell you what, plenty of nice days to enjoy the deep fried Oreos, deep fried cheesecake, and deep fried peanut butter. Wow, they like the deep fried stuff. That's what you go to the fair for, right? All the deep fried goodies. All right, so beautiful weather for it. Enjoy. And here in New York, if you're going to this State Fair at Syracuse, it looks good today. Storms in the forecast Sunday and Monday, so watch out. But before you leave, make sure you try their fried chicken ranch donut. Does that sound good? Well, I'll tell you what, our weather producer, Greg Diamond, he said he's had this. He said it's fabulous. Boy, you don't want to eat too many of them, I don't think. And in Maryland, we've got crab cakes, or actually crab cake patty sandwiches. Wow. SpongeBob loves this, right? Here in Lutherville, we're looking at temperatures in the 80s on Saturday, but Sunday getting much warmer with storms in the forecast. And if you're planning on spending your holiday weekend outside, you want to pay close attention to the forecast. We are tracking storms and heavy rain that could dampen your plans. We will show you where the storms move in today and for the rest of the weekend.
Currently in our area, 89 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, variable clouds with scattered thunderstorms. High 89. Chance of rain 60%. Tonight, thunderstorms early. Low 80. Chance of rain 80%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Well, whether you're cooking out or camping out, getting in one last summer blast at the beach, or heading to a festival or a state fair, good weather is the one thing everyone is counting on this Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, Kim, but you know what? Unfortunately, some heavy rain and thunderstorms and maybe even some severe weather will crash Labor Day celebrations from the south to the Midwest, and I'll break that down, the impacts of it day by day.
I'm meteorologist Kate Parker. We are out here at Georgia Tech, and we are talking about your football forecast. It is going to be a hot tamale in some places. You got rain, others, clouds in other spots. We're going to break down your football forecast for you and let you know how you can have the perfect tailgate coming up.
And happy Saturday and welcome to Weather Center Live. I'm meteorologist Kim Cunningham alongside storm specialist Dr. Greg Postel.
Yeah, thanks, Kim. You know, we have torrential rain and thunderstorms in the forecast, and they may be making headlines this weekend. And we could even see some tornadoes spin up, and I'll tell you exactly where and when coming right up.
It's not all bad news, though. College football fans are out in droves enjoying the conditions at stadiums and tailgating around the country today. Our very own Kate Parker has been tracking your football weather from the campus of Georgia Tech in Atlanta.
All right, we are out here in Atlanta at Georgia Tech with the gentlemen of SAE. They are celebrating the kickoff to the 2014 football season for colleges, and we got Saturday. Nothing better than a college football Saturday. These gentlemen know it, but there's also nothing hotter than this weekend in Atlanta. How are you staying cool?
We're trying to drink a lot of water and come in and out of the AC and take a lot of breaks just to stay hydrated for the jackets.
Yeah, you guys doing sunscreen?
Sunscreen.
Y'all wearing your SPF?
Yeah, for sure.
Moisturizing? Yeah. Okay, so we've got all the guys here. They're trying to stay cool. We've got tailgating all over the place, and you've got to stay cool. You got to hydrate today. You might see some thunderstorms later today, hydrating the ground just a little bit. So a little bit of that in the forecast across the country. It is game day Saturday. Make sure that you are ready out there. You've got your umbrellas. You've got your rain boots if you need them, because we know how you college football fans are. You know you love your football.
All right, thank you so much, Kate. Our other top story, heavy rain causing flooding problems along the Gulf Coast. We want you to check out this video of some flooding here in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Look at this. National Weather Service, they're saying that the rainfall return period is suggesting the measured rains so far are 20 to 25. Actually, it's a 20 to 25-year event, and we're going to actually talk to the National Weather Service office here coming up at 20 after the hour. But thank you, Jeff Buchanan, for posting this video to Facebook. You guys are our eyes, you're our ears. We need to know. We love to get this in so we have an idea of what's really going on, because we can look at the radar, we can look at the satellite all day long, but to see it visually like that, I think people really get an idea of what kind of a problem we're talking about. Interstate 10, by the way, rough go. Avoid Interstate 10. The police department reporting seeing some areas of I-10 actually flooded here from some of this heavy rain. All right, so looking right now, what's going on? This is the water vapor imagery. The orange indicating where the dry air is, where you see the blues and the pinks and the whites is where the moisture is. So plenty of it coming up. That's tropical moisture coming northward. The dips in the jet stream, those are the disturbances that will actually help fire up some of this rainfall and some of these storms. So we've got all that moisture being drawn northward out of that trough. We've got a flash flood warning that continues to be in effect here around Lake Charles, and you can see we still have rain streaming in from the south, so no break for a while. It may lighten up for a minute, but more moves right back in. So the ground is saturated. Flash flooding will continue to go on around Lake Charles, so please be careful, especially when you've had over 8 inches of rainfall. Of course, that broke the daily rainfall record today. So over 8 inches around Lake Charles, right along Interstate 10. That's why they're asking folks to avoid that interstate if you can. Of course, secondary roads, I'm sure, are flooded as bad. All right, so St. Louis, a few storms in the area. The Ohio Valley, also some tropical moisture heading northward. We've got storms that could be severe tomorrow here in the upper Midwest. The Ohio Valley just expects some rainfall. So we've got this next system coming into the northwest. That will bring severe weather maybe into eastern Montana here later on today. Now, for more on the severe threat for tomorrow, we're going to go right now to Dr. Postel, live from the lab.
Kim, thank you very much. That's right. We have a shot at severe weather tomorrow across parts of the upper Midwest. And I think that will include all modes of severe weather, high winds, hail, and even some tornadoes. Let's have a look at the area outlined shaded here in darkest red all the way from northern Minnesota down through parts of Iowa, Nebraska, and even the great state of Kansas. Really, severe weather is a possibility tomorrow. And I think a large part of it is going to hinge on how much moisture comes back into play. But I think there will be a sufficient amount of that. I colored the available moisture in the atmosphere called precipitable water vapor. That's just basically a measure of how much moisture is in a deep column, but the thunderstorms will use that pretty effectively. So the more greens you see in here, the more humid the atmosphere is in general, and the more juice those thunderstorms, energy those thunderstorms will have to work with during the day tomorrow. And there should be plenty of that, especially in this what's called warm sector right here, which is an area where the most unstable air is south of that warm front and east of that cold front. Let's watch and time things out during the afternoon. There may be some isolated thunderstorms breaking out here. Those could be tornadic, but I think the more widespread severe weather is going to be along that front and then just east of it later on in the evening and overnight hours. That could quickly evolve into a damaging wind threat across this very region of the upper Midwest as it heads eastward during Monday morning. Kim, back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Greg. Let's take you now from the mid-Atlantic coast up into New England, where folks are hitting the beaches for the Labor Day weekend. Boston, Coney Island, Seaside Heights, New Jersey, Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Conditions, well, they're pretty nice right now, but let's see what the rest of the weekend has in store. It's going to get hot, and it's going to get stormy for some of you. So here's our forecast. Starting today, looks good. Okay, this is the best day. Get to the beaches now. They're going to be packed, I'm sure. We're talking 86 in D.C., 77 in New York, Boston 76. But it's going to get hotter over the next couple of days. Plenty of moisture coming your way. So we're looking at the forecast tomorrow, 88 New York City. Now, that's 88. You factor in the humidity, it's going to feel warmer than that. Now we're up near 90 in New York. So going to Jones Beach, it's going to be hot, it's going to be steamy, and it's going to be stormy. Watch out. If you can hear thunder, you could get struck by lightning. So take that as a cue. You need to seek shelter if that happens. D.C. up to 91 degrees. But that's not the end of it. You guys will get to the mid-90s by the middle of the week. New York City, here's our forecast. Saturday, some clouds and some sun, so you will need the sunscreen, at least SPF 30 or higher. Storms coming in Sunday and Monday. Temperatures there in the upper 80s, and boy, is it going to be humid. Very uncomfortable conditions coming your way. In the south, already uncomfortable. We've been seeing Kate talk about football weather. Definitely not football weather here across the south. Showers, storms, humidity. Temperatures in the upper 90s, or low 90s, I should say, in Atlanta. Tallahassee, 95 with storms. Labor Day forecast, a little bit drier for some, but still stormy along the Gulf.
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis.
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so...
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
In the fraction of time we spend driving in reverse,
About 500,000 accidents occur each year, which is why the Infiniti QX60 has the world's first safety technology available, like backup collision intervention, which can brake even before you do, to help keep everyone safe. Lease the Infiniti QX60 for $459 a month. Visit your local Infiniti retailer.
Starting August 31st, the Weather Channel brings you a full week all about surviving the worst. One goal, to stay alive. Every night, vicious weather puts people to the test in powerful shows you can't afford to miss. And the next morning, AMHQ makes sure you learn the lesson. Survival Week on the Weather Channel, starting August 31st.
Currently in our area, 89 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, variable clouds with scattered thunderstorms. High 89. Chance of rain 60%. Tonight, thunderstorms early. Low 80. Chance of rain 80%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Tonight, the Weather Channel asks, so you think you'd survive raging rapids? So you think you'd survive tonight at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Awesome! I've been Claritin Clear for 8 days.
At the first sign of your allergies, doctors recommend taking one Claritin every day of your allergy season for continuous relief.
21 days. 14 days of continuous relief.
Live Claritin Clear every day.
Get relief with Claritin. Live Claritin Clear.
Zantac heartburn alert! Stop! Nexium can take 24 hours to work. Zantac's different. Zantac rushes relief in as little as 30 minutes. For relief without the wait, try Zantac. No pill relieves heartburn faster.
Pain from your day can haunt you at night. Don't let it.
Advil PM gives you the healing sleep you need, helping you fall asleep and stay asleep so your body can heal as you rest. Advil PM for a healing night's sleep.
Mom, look, I caught the green M&M gremlin.
Mine's the chocolate volcano darkness. What's yours?
Hot fudge.
That's all you got?
Nice.
More ice cream toppings, more summer fun. Walmart.
Presenting luxurious savings at Ace.
What?
This weekend, get $5 off instant savings with your Ace Rewards card on gallons of Clark & Kensington, Royal, Valspar Optimus, and Valspar Aspire. Ace is a place to help the hardware folks.
Well, college football's gone international today. You're looking live at Dublin, Ireland, where the Penn State Nittany Lions took on the University of Central Florida Knights. Penn State fans celebrating a last-minute victory at the pubs. Toasting a pint of Guinness, I'm sure. Look at all the blue and the white. The Nittany Lions won 26-24 in a nail-biter. So a big celebration for Penn State fans. Tell you what, stifling heat, though, is another big opponent some college teams face during the early part of the season. Now, who can use the hot, sticky weather to their advantage? Reese Waters from AMHQ has the weather stats for the #1 ranked team, Florida State.
It's time for your game day scorecast, and there's no better place to start than the #1 ranked team in the nation, the defending national champions, Florida State Seminoles. Led by Heisman Trophy winner Jameis Winston, they won 14 games last season. However, they went largely unchallenged thanks to a down ACC. They did have a bit of an issue with Boston College early on, and of course Auburn in the national title game almost took them all the way down. But famous Jameis had 40 touchdowns, over 4,000 passing yards, and this season the Seminoles have 7 home games, all winnable at Doak Campbell Stadium. Of course, there'll be a very cushy climate in Tallahassee. Average temperature at the start of the season is about 80 degrees. It only dips down to about 59 in December. That's very close. Also, Tallahassee averaged a little over 3.5 inches of precipitation last football season, so no real adverse conditions at all at home. They do have a couple scorchers in September, one of them possibly a good test against Clemson. However, no real tough conditions on the road either. The Seminoles start the season today against Oklahoma State, a neutral site game in Dallas. This year's national title game, wait for it, is in Big D right there, so they get to scout it out early. Going back to 2003, by the way, the college football champions have all come from warm weather. You got Texas, USC, Florida State, and most of the SEC.
All right, thank you, Reese. All right, here's a story to talk about with your friends this weekend, especially if you're spending it at the shore.